Good evening, First Squad. I'm going to be briefing the outboard for Operation Bobcat Lightning. For our task organization, we are 1st Platoon, 1st Squad, Charger Company, 1-5 Infantry Battalion. Our task, attack to destroy, objective Phantom, purpose, deny enemy influence on the battalion DO. We're broken up into two teams, Alpha and Bravo team. Tasks for both teams, attack to destroy, objective Phantom, purpose, deny enemy influence on the battalion DO. Our key weapon systems for Alpha team, M249 and a 320 high explosive. Same with Bravo team. We will have a 4th squad, weapon squad, will be attached to us. We have a gun 1 with 3 packs. Their task is to isolate, the purpose to deny enemy influence on the battalion DO. Key weapon systems, M240 Bravo and the M3 Moz. For our operations overlay, we see our coastal mountain range here that isolates AO Ronin. We have our route Camaro, objective Ghost, objective Phantom, and the benign river, that is our east boundary. Our patrol base here, objective Phantom down here. For our GTAO, our patrol base is here. We have our avenue of approach that breaks off into AA1 and AA2 onto objective Phantom, which is right here. The enemy avenue of approach 1 will be this way. Avenue of approach 2 will most likely be to meet up with their squad and get back to key terrain 1 and key terrain 2. Critical to this mission is we avoid these urban areas here, 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 and here, and along with up by our patrol base. We'll also be avoiding this extremely restricted terrain, but we will be handrailing it down to our objective Phantom. Area of interest, 37 northing, south 31 northing, east 17 easting, west 10 easting. Our box will be the 37 northing, north, south 31 northing, east 17 easting, west 10 easting. Our trace, 37 northing for the north, for our south 31 northing. East will be the high and coastal mountain range, and west will be the benign river. Familiarize objectives and key locations. The bridge at UF 100435. Intersection at UF 1129-3213 will be our key locations. And key terrain here will be the high and coastal mountain range, benign river, as shown before. Our CAS and fixed rotary, their asset will be the 1 platoon Z-10K attack helicopter located at Tai Tong Air Base. ID of key, the trigger will be ID of key, United States Force Battalion or higher enablers, time 30 minutes. Indirect fires, battery of PL 55 152 millimeter howitzers, multiple POOs, IBO Tai Tong, ID of infantry elements, squad size will be the trigger, 5 minutes. Reserve and reinforcement, 1 motorized platoon, UF 08452547 is the location. Defensive trigger will be defensive reserve to prevent US advance along MSRs and coastal regions, reaction time 40 minutes. ADA and other, platoon of POZ U4A, located at IVO UF 170299. Trigger, radio call, reaction time immediate. Generated GTAO, or terrain analysis. The high and coastal mountain range. Terrain will severely disrupt mountain movements for friendly units along with the benign river. Wire will disrupt our vehicle movements along Route Camaro for our friendly units. Our effects on the enemy. Terrain will also severely disrupt dismounted movements for them, and the reinforcement will also do the same. So what existing, we will avoid movements along this terrain to avoid injuries to our friendly units. Our avenue of approach will be limited. Reinforcing, vehicle movements will be disrupted by wire. For our ground and air, primary mounted avenue of approach, Route Camaro, secondary mounted avenue of approach, the Songland Industry Road. Primary, this being the most effective way to move mounted units into the AO. Our units must be prepared for likely enemy engagement. Secondary, this being the second most effective way to move mounted units into the AO, we would be prepared to switch to this option if the enemy is actively looking to disrupt our friendly forces moving into the AO. Marked advantages, the bridge at UF 10043435 and the intersection at UF 11203213. Our units must secure these key terrains in order to provide more secure mounted movement for our friendly units. Friendly units must be prepared for enemy contact when going to secure these pieces of key terrain. This key terrain, if held by the enemy, could disrupt our ability to move friendly mounted units into this AO. We must secure the pieces of key terrain to allow friendly units safer and effective mount movements into the AO. Our weather visibility will be decreasing throughout the week. The low level of visibility will favor friendly units in their movements into the AO. Wind will remain consistent during the duration of our mission. This will most likely favor our friendly units due to the wind having a small effect on the enemy mortars. The chance of precipitation throughout the mission is likely but decreases slightly throughout the mission. This will favor friendly units' ability to move into the AO, disrupting the enemy's ability to hear our movements because of the precipitation. Cloud cover, consistent throughout the week, almost full coverage. This does not give a major advantage to either the friendly or enemy units. Friendly units must use all their senses during movements to avoid detection and to detect enemy units while on this mission. Temperature and humidity will be very high this mission. There's no major advantage given to friendly or enemy units because we will both be dealing with it. We must ensure friendly units are maintaining the supplies needed to ensure we do not have any take heat casualties. Enemy composition and strength 2 levels up. Our unit faces enemy 1 motorized platoon at greater than 90% strength. We have our platoon headquarters. We have 3 motorized infantry squads here, our reconnaissance squad, and our mortar team. Mortar team key weapon system is the PP-87 82mm mortar. This is key to our mission. Enemy situation. Here we see the screen. This is where the reconnaissance team will be. This will be one of the squads occupying here. Our mortar team will be down here, and another squad will be here. Enemy composition 1 level up. Our unit faces enemy motorized infantry squad at 100% strength. Task control village at UF 11213224. Purpose control the village. Their packs is 9. Their key weapon systems will be the CSK 141, the QJZ 89, QBU 88, and QLG 10. The key weapon system for the anti-tank team will be the DZJ 08. The most common weapon system is the QBZ 95, which is comparable to RM4. The most dangerous weapon system is the QJZ 89, which is comparable to the M2. Enemy situation, platoon analysis. Again, we see the screen where the reconnaissance team will be, where our mortar team will be to disrupt. 1 squad will be here to control this village, another squad here to occupy this village, and 1 squad here to disrupt any movement along Route Camaro. Our level will be facing a mortar team. Their task is to disrupt United States Forces missions with indirect fire. Purpose, maintain occupation of AO Ronan. The key weapons possessed, the PP-87 82mm mortar. Number of weapons, 1 per team. Purpose, support North Torbia. Range, 120 meters to 5,600 meters. Our generated enemy sit temp. I've taken the sit temps shown previously and broken them down at the team level. Here we will see the 2 teams that the reconnaissance team will have. I suspect that their most likely course of action will be to put 2 snipers on both sides with their machine gun in the middle, sighting into engagement area Bravo. Now here we will have our mortar team, their mortar team, facing this direction towards engagement area Delta with their QBZ 95s facing all different directions. This squad here that's controlling this village will be pointing to their flank with their machine guns. Then the squad up here most likely be pointing into engagement area Charlie with their machine guns and snipers, and to engagement area Echo as well. The squad tasked to disrupt Route Camaro. I believe that they will most likely have their explosives on this side, trying to isolate our units into their machine guns pointing towards EA Alpha. Friendly mission and intent, 2 levels up. Mission statement, Charger Company 1-5 Infantry Battalion disrupts enemy forces in AO Ronan no later than 2200 August 24th. In order to deny enemy the influence on the battalion DO. Expanded purpose, conduct disjointed squad operations in depth within AO Ronan to conceal the current capability of Charger Company, disrupt the enemy commander's decision-making cycle, forcing him to divert combat power from the defense of objective Bobcat, and buy time for the remainder of the company to reconsolidate the following operations. Key tasks for this mission: disrupt enemy operations in depth, deny enemy uncontested use of high-speed avenues of approach, retain maximal combat power, avoid decisive engagements, and reconsolidate 2nd Platoon and 3rd Platoon. Mission statement: 1 level up. 1st Platoon, main effort, Charger Company 1-5 Infantry disrupts enemy forces in AO Ronan no later than 2200 August 24th in order to deny enemy influence on the battalion main effort. Key tasks: disrupt enemy operations in depth, deny enemy uncontested use of high-speed avenues approach, retain maximal combat power, avoid decisive engagements. Battalion, and for our concept sketch, you see our patrol base here, axis ultra, axis fake, axis smash, our high and coastal mountain range, PL Alaska, PL Arctic, objective Phantom, objective Ghost, and objective Reaper. This concludes my brief.